At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
And welcome back to News 46's Week in Review. One man sustained burns over 30% of his body on Wednesday night after his vehicle rolled on Bella Vista near Amargosa.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's deputies, Nevada Highway Patrol, and California Highway Patrol all responded to a single vehicle accident near Amargosa yesterday. We're going to speak to Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
Long night, and actually a long duration incident, was originally reported as a vehicle fire on Highway 160 between Pahrump and Highway 95. Ended up being a motor vehicle accident that, with the vehicle bursting into flames on Bella Vista, just between Pahrump and the Amargosa line. And it came in a series of pieces of information from the people that were on scene, and it involved 2 dispatching agencies, that being Beatty and Pahrump. And I think overall they did a great job piecemealing everything together to give us a more accurate picture of what kind of incident this was and where it was actually located. We did have to make a couple of U-turns. Like I had mentioned earlier, we got a dispatch for a vehicle fire. While we were en route to that on Highway 160, it was then reported probably it would be a car accident because the car was resting on its roof and was involved in fire. Unknown status of the occupants at that point. As we were approaching the cattle guard on the very north end of Pahrump, we were then informed that the accident may have been on Bella Vista between, again, Pahrump and the Amargosa line or state line. We redirected, responded to that. I arrived on location. I found the vehicle on fire off to the shoulder of the road. Status of the occupant was immediately unknown. Talked to some of the people that were standing there. He indicated that he had self-extricated and started walking towards Amargosa, was then picked up private vehicle and transported rapidly to Pahrump, in the direction of Pahrump. I radioed that information to our engine company, who was coming into the scene for suppression. They, in fact, found the vehicle with the injured party, and then they started rendering care there. The injuries sustained were sufficient that it warranted flight. Mercy Air was brought to the scene. The LZ was managed by Engine 2. I remained on location of the vehicle fire until Amargosa arrived, and then we transferred command to them since it was in their jurisdiction.
The patient was alert enough to start walking, but sustained a lot of injury.
Yeah, it was reported on the scene that when the person was leaving the scene, the bystanders were able to smell the indications of burned. He was sustained burns in the incident, and we in fact found that through our assessment. So, which warranted definitely to get him to a trauma center and get that person to the appropriate level of care.
Approximately, they said 30% of his body was burned.
That's what was reported to us, 30+%. But again, I didn't have the chance to really go through that. But certainly, all the circumstances between the mechanism of the rollover, the resulting fire, all those things warranted him to get to a trauma center.
And only one occupant in this vehicle?
Yes, the sheriff's office indicated they're doing their investigation, but the occupant indicated he was the sole person in the vehicle.
Once again, that man was airlifted via Mercy Air to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And Santa had breakfast with the kids Saturday morning at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, care of the Lions Club.
We've served approximately 100 people so far this morning, and this is our 10th year doing it. It gives the kids an opportunity to come and talk to Santa, get their picture taken, and bring their letters and give them to Santa personally.
The Letters to Santa program, the Lions Club has been doing this for a number of years too. Tell everybody about that.
What it is any child that writes to Santa Claus and sends it to Pahrump, we get Santa's letters, and his helpers go through the letters, and we answer each letter. And we try to get each child something that is on their list or something close. Now, unfortunately, some of the kids are asking for things that we don't have the ability to provide, but we do the best we can.
The Lions Club is here cooking breakfast this morning. Who do you have to thank, all the Lions members, for getting this together?
Well, we've got 12 Lions members here helping. We have a number of our Leos, which is our high school youth group, here helping. We definitely have to thank Sheldon Freedy for allowing us to come here. This is our 3rd year at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, And of course, we have to thank you from Channel 46 for giving us all this good publicity.
Santa, of course.
Of course, it wouldn't be Breakfast with Santa if we didn't have Santa here.
There you go. Thanks so much. Give the P.O. Box for the kids to mail the letters if they miss this.
They can send it to P.O. Box 133. They can go to the main post office on Postal Drive. We have a large mailbox out in front of the building that says Letters to Santa. Just drop your letter in the slot, and Santa's helpers will get those letters.
Can the public donate to help get some of these items for the kids?
Yes, we need all the help we can get. They can either call 727-9016, or if they so desire to send a donation in, they can send it to P.O. Box 133 and make the check payable to Pahrump Valley Lions Club, and in the memo put down Letters to Santa.
Merry Christmas!
She is a friendly, familiar face in the office of Pahrump Valley Rescue Services. Tony Glines is saying goodbye after 10 years.
Tony, what is your position here?
I'm the administrative director.
You've been here for how many years?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, actually 10 and a half.
Are you leaving?
I am.
You are when?
December 31st is my last day.
You've decided to leave Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. Why?
Well, actually, I am retiring, and I'm actually leaving the valley also, the state. My husband and I are going to travel.
You must hear all the stories, see all the things that go on here, what these firefighters and the fire chief go through every day, saving lives. Some of the more memorable things that you remember, be it good or bad.
I went out on one call where teenage boy was hit by a bus, and the outcome, as I said, wasn't good, but I went out on that, and I was actually part of the people, the EMTs that were actually working on him. And so that's very poignant in my memory. It made me realize the intensity that these men and women work under, and yet the satisfaction that you get, even though the outcome wasn't good, that's not as often as the good outcomes. And so it's very rewarding. Although it bothered me for a long time, I had the camaraderie of these people to help me get through it. And I realized what a close-knit family everybody is here.
Tell me some of the things that you may think about Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
Well, first of all, he's a great teacher. He's always willing to help you understand things that you don't understand. There have been times that I've been asked to bring his command vehicle to a fire because he has gone in the engine and he needs his command. So I go there, and I've seen the work that they do. So he is a teacher, a mentor, and he's also someone that you can rely on when you're having a problem, whether it be on the EMS side, the fire side, or just, you're having a bad day and you need someone to talk to about.
I'm going to introduce you to Carrie Schmidt. Your name isn't Schmidt yet, though. It's going to be Schmidt very soon. Tell me about that.
Yes, I had entered me and my boyfriend, Alan, into a contest through Comp 92.3 2 weeks ago, and 2 days later, we were told we were one of the couples chosen to be part of the mass wedding 12-12-12. And
at 12.
At 12 noon, yes. Everything is done at 12. So we had a week and a half to prepare, and we're very excited. And then my new last name will be changed to Schmidt. Yes, a lot easier to pronounce.
Some of the other changes, gosh, you just have a whole bunch of changes going on in your life right now, is you're going to be taking over Tony's job here at Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue.
Yes, big change. It's definitely different. I have big shoes to fill, as Tony's been here with the chief for 10 years. I have a background in human resources and accounting, and a little bit with the department. Looking forward to many years with the town of Pahrump.
To view the extended version of this interview, please go to KPVM's YouTube page or Facebook page.
The 35-foot community Christmas tree was decorated last Saturday morning in the parking lot of the Saddle West.
This is the community Christmas tree that Karen Jackson from K&I purchased for the community, and we are decorating it.
Rebecca, tell me a little bit about what happened here.
Well, Valley Electric Association bought the lights last year and put the lights on and decorated the top part of the tree and put the star on. We did that again this year. And this year we realized we were short some ornaments. So I made a mad dash to Home Depot and I went in, and Pat Levitt, the store director, was so gracious. He said, okay, let's get these ornaments. So VEA and Home Depot contributed the ornaments. And then a gentleman, he showed up with boxes of ornaments too. So we had plenty of ornaments. The kids had a great time and the tree is beautiful. And this tree was donated by Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Secret Santa.
Then it's more than I know. Karen called me and said, please go help Rebecca. Yeah. And I said, okay, fine, not a problem. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Tell me what this means to you guys to get involved in something like this.
Oh, gosh, Deanna.
Just to see the joy in the kids' faces.
Oh,
it was a blast this morning.
It was so exciting. And parents come down and they're working with their kids and they're helping the young people to reach all the different areas of the tree. And who's got one person on their shoulder to get it up there? And do we get the ties tight enough? It's such a community. It's working with our young people. And you know how I feel about young people. Well, of course, Rebecca is a grandma, so she's got a whole different thought about it. But I love kids because I'm not around kids that much. And I love the community and the teenagers that come out. Yeah. You know, they're all such special people. I just love their attitude. And I had two little ones come over and they said, thank you so much for letting us decorate the Christmas tree. And I said, well, you're going to come back now and meet Santa and Mrs. Claus tonight, right? Yeah. And their eyes light up. Yeah. It's the holiday spirit. And it's the holiday spirit, our community style.
The other thing is we do have some additional ornaments on the tree that people brought down themselves that had meaning to them and they put on the tree. Mm-hmm. So as this grows and becomes a tradition with our community, it will have more and more meaning every year. And I think you'll see people doing those kinds of things. Anything that brings a community together in hard economic times is wonderful. And that's what this tree has done.
The annual lighting ceremony for the community Christmas tree was also held last Saturday night.
We're here in the Saddle West parking lot where the 35-foot Christmas tree was decorated earlier today. Tonight they had the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. We're going to speak to Karen Jackson, and I'm a reindeer tonight.
Now you know what a naughty person looks like. And we're going to have this tape sent to the North Pole.
Valley Electric did from the top to about right in here. The community did all the rest. Yeah. And I somehow we've lost a lot of our ornaments and our scenes. We'll try to track those down for next year. But we were very short ornaments. And Rebecca Oscarson went over to Home Depot to purchase some. Yeah. And the new manager over there said, take what you need.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? And she showed up here. We were here when they were delivering them, and the kids just had a ball. What an amazing tree. What a great tree lighting. But got Santa and Mrs. Claus here, hot cocoa?
Hot cocoa cookies provided by Mountain Falls Grill Room. And, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And I have many people that I have a list that we're going to, of course, get it published and what have you.
This tree will be here. People will be taking a large amount of family photos. What do you think when you hear that, when you see that, when you know how much this is an impact on people's lives like that?
It really makes it all worth it. Yeah. That's the whole reason that I started this. Yeah. You know,
people will be coming by here and they're welcome at any time to come out here, take their kids here, enjoy the tree, and have a good time with family photos. So many people were involved in this. Who would you like to thank?
Good grief. That's why I said I've got my list. I'm afraid to count them off and miss somebody. So I will get it all published. And there will be a sign here that has everybody that contributed, because this is truly a community thing. And the tree does stay lit through New Year's, 24/7. So it's very cool.
Oh, Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, and drive safe. And have a safe holiday from all of us in Santaland and
Pahrump and Nye County and News 46.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Merry Christmas.
And much more local news when News 46's Week in Review returns. Don't go anywhere.